Hi everyone, I'm so excited. Today is my daily spread collaboration video, and my daily spread 26 is hosted by Rachel from RachandBella Crafts. This collaboration is really special because it's bringing together creators from around the world to share daily inspiration, creativity, and journaling prompts throughout the month. And each day is a different prompt, and you can join in however you like. So this is the list of the different prompts, and we are on day 13, which is my perfect day, and it is going to be, the technique is going to be a gatefold page. Now, if you are interested in participating, you can find everything that you need to take part in this collaboration on Rachel's website, which includes the free printable prompt sheet. There's a full creator schedule, there's daily video links, there's collaboration information, as well as the digital kits and supplies to join in. And there's also a dedicated Facebook group where you can share your creations and chat with other participants and see what everyone's making throughout the month, which is the most fun part. And that's how I've gotten the inspiration to get going with this, is the other crafters. Rachel's also hosting a weekly giveaway, so she's going to be drawing a giveaway prize on her channel, and to enter you just have to watch the collaboration videos, like the videos, and leave a comment on the videos. So the more days you join in, the more chances you'll have to discover new creators, be part of the fun. And like I said, today's prompt is my perfect day. So I'm day 13, my perfect day, and I am going to be creating a gatefold page for my technique. My partner creator today is Phyllis Joseph, and she's going to be posting her creation on Facebook. So be sure to go see her take on today's prompt. And you will find all of the links in the description box below for that. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is show you the journal, what I've been working on so far, and then I'm going to show you my gatefold page and my perfect day prompt. And I do have, after this talking portion of the video, I do have a fast play of me creating the gatefold page. So for my journal, I have used a hidden spine binding, and I have this antique French book shell that I've used, and I took out the inside. Obviously they were the cotton rag paper pages, and this is it was a set of 3 books. I have not taken apart books 1 and 2 yet, but I did take apart book 3 because I knew I wanted to use the outer bookends to make my journal. And it's really just, it's such a pretty color. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything on the cover because I just love the aged look. It's just so pretty. So maybe I'll do like a wrap for it or something, but I don't know that I want to glue over this. So anyway, we'll see. I have used the papers from the collection, of course. I've used a lot of elements from the Shabby ephemera kit and the Shabby papers kit, as well as the foundations kit. There is a botanical kit as well, which is gorgeous. I've just narrowed it down to using a lot of the floral pages from the Shabby kit for my project. So I've used, like I said, Shabby papers. I've used antique book pages. I have some bits of ephemera throughout. I'm still just kind of starting on decorating this, so it's pretty bare at the moment, but I know I want to use this because it's, oh, look, it's a pink cabinet card, and there's a gentleman, very distinguished gentleman on the front here, but the pink is just perfect. So I want to use that somewhere. I don't know if it's going to stay there or not. I have a little folio book that I've made, a little mini book with different papers and book pages and things. So that's right there for now. I have lined all of the pages with vintage French lace. And these papers are just so fun. I think this one is from the foundations kit. I mixed and matched from the Shabby and the foundations kit. I've used most of the Shabby papers because they're just gorgeous. And here's one of the rag paper pages with this pretty lace. I have a whole bunch of this, and it may eventually end up in the shop, but I just can't. I just have to, I don't know, cuddle with it for now for a while. I I have an antique photograph in here. This is one of my favorite patterns. This blue floral is just gorgeous. Here's antique ledger. Here is it's one of the belly bands in the shabby ephemera kit, and I've lined it with some book page and layered some laces on the edge, so it's just gonna be a flip up. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do there yet. And then this is the first signature, the second signature is here. One of my, I'll show you when I get to it, but one of my favorite papers from the kit is this, well, this one. This is the favorite pattern paper. This is one of my favorite collages that she has, and she has a couple of papers in the kit that are already collaged for you, and this image is just so beautiful. So I think I want to do a little bit of collaging on top of this, but I want to make sure that this image stands out, so I printed it and cut that out so I can remember to put it there. So it's just clipped for now so I don't lose it. Love these papers, they're just so gorgeous. And then I have these solid color papers. You see the pink and the teal are hand-dyed papers, tea-dyed papers from Mary. I'm gonna use lots, this is ephemera from the shabby ephemera kit. And I'm gonna use lots of those images throughout. Here is another page that has that collage for you, and this is the image. It's just a really gorgeous, feminine, beautiful image. So I want to use it, and I want it to be like the focus of any clustering or things that I do. So I have that there, so I can either pop it up or just make sure it goes on top. I love this lace. It looks like hearts. All right, and so we are coming to my gatefold page, which is actually what I'm going to show you today. And like I said, I do have a video of this after the talking portion, and you can see me putting this together. And this is really, we're at the end here of the journal. So this is towards the very end. And I have one of the papers from the collection. It's actually the paper that I used to line the inside covers. I love this image. I think it's so beautiful. The flower matches the color of the cover a bit. So I wanted to use this more than once in the journal. And I took the paper and I just simply folded it like this. Just like that. I made sure that I measured it, and I measured the width of the page, and I left a couple of inches on either side to make sure I had enough for the gate folds, obviously. And then it wasn't quite, I didn't have quite a large enough opening because I knew I wanted to line it with lace. So I ended up trimming the edges. You'll see that in the video, but that is how I created that. So I did print it front and back. I printed this image, and then on the back, I printed one of the shabby, the more neutral shabby papers there. The first thing I did was line it with lace. I wanted to have just like a little lace closure. I thought that was really pretty. And let me zoom in just a bit. I thought that was really pretty to have the vintage lace there. And I have this antique fabric that I cut to fit, and I just glued it on top using Fabri-Tac and put a line of lace on the top to finish it off there. And then I did a bit of collaging with some of the ephemera from the foundations kit, and then some of the papers from the shabby paper kit here. And I'm trying to find the other piece of my, here it is. I did just a tiny masterboard. I had this lace card, and I had been hanging on to it because I wanted to use it in this journal. And I just covered the front with lots of bits of paper and different tags and things like that. And I made sure I used a couple of the tags that said "Remember Today." My prompt is "My perfect day." So I figured if it's a perfect day, we're gonna wanna remember it, right? So I have "Remember Today," and my daughter just turned 9 last week, and it really was a perfect day. So I actually have the number 9 here because that made me think of her. And I have a little piece of that masterboard, and I've layered just a couple of strips of paper. I have a couple pieces of book page here. a little ticket from the ephemera collection, and then I have this antique photo. This is one of my favorite photos, and I've been kind of hanging on to it for a while now. It's just such a beautiful photo, and it really looks like this was a great day. You can see a child in the background. I don't know if this was a family out for a biking trip, but her name is on the back of the photo too, and so I'll show that in the video. Now for the photo, I did glue everything down. For the photo, I put 4 little tiny dots of glue on the back just because I didn't want it to be like cemented down. If for some reason we ever want to take the photo up, it was like the one thing I didn't want to be like cemented down, just in case. But I just have that collaged. I like having the little antique fabric over it, and then we have the paper that just folds over there. It is kind of flipping up a little bit. I had a paper clip that was holding this side closed because this side is the one that flips up the most, but honestly over time it'll probably just kind of have that memory, that folded memory there. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm gonna have a portion after this where you see me putting together the Gatefold page, and you will find all of the information below for the daily spread. Again, be sure to check out my partner creator for the day, Phyllis. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the fast play of the Gatefold next.